Welcome to the G440, I suppose. Let's get into it. Right, so it's the final driver release of 2025. It's the PING G440. Let me just start this review straight off the bat to save you watching if you don't want to watch further on into this video. If you struggle with hitting driver, and listen, I need you to hear these words that are coming out of my mouth. If you struggle to hit driver, go and buy a PING G440. So everyone, we've got our final driver release of 2025, we think. We've had the Cobra, we've had the Callaway Elite, we've had the TaylorMade QI35, and now we have the PING G30. Oh, the PING G440. It does really look like the G30 though, and that's been a common theme throughout a lot of the manufacturers this year. Callaway have done it. If you haven't watched our review of that, go over to the channel and check it out. And PING have done it as well. Why are they making their new drivers look like the old versions? If you cast your mind back, way back to 2014, you will remember, if you was playing golf at that time, the PING G30. This G440 looks exactly the same-ish. And although I did just poke a little bit of fun at it, looking like the driver from 11 years ago, the tops do now have the carbon fly wrap on all three models. Now the three models you're getting with PING this year are the same as they are every year. You've got the max version, which is this one I have in my hand now. This is the easy, friendly, bigger head design. Not really going to miss many fairways with it. Just straight down the middle, semi-automatic, never gonna flat it, matic, unreal driver. And then we go into PING's SFT, layman's terms, draw bias driver. PING say that this will add up to 13 yards of draw onto your ball. So if you're an absolute rat dog millionaire, no ratters, this is not gonna be the one for you. But as far as draw bias driver goes, and we've tested a few in the past, that was a tongue twister. If you're someone who slices the ball quite excessively, this is going to neutralize that flight a little bit for you. I don't really need it, but it does work. I'll hit one for you. Very nice. And then lastly, we have the LST, low spin technology. This one is for the slightly better player, smaller footprint, less spin, more bombs. Oh, absolutely munched that though. So let me just find my little perch to tell you what is new in these golf clubs. Well, as I alluded to earlier, all three heads now have the carbon fly wrap technology, which is good. I believe in the G430s, it was only the 10K and the LST which had that technology. They have something called a free hosel design, basically how the shaft connects into the head. There's space in there now rather than it sort of sitting in the tube. That is to free up weight in the heel section of the club so they can create more forgiveness across the whole face. They're also claiming to have made the face thinner and faster, so more ball speed, more distance than what you would experience in the G430 model. And overall, really, it's just a lighter system. It's a lighter club. Hopefully meaning that it's a little bit more aerodynamic. You're going to gain a little bit more ball speed and club speed, therefore hitting the ball a little bit further, because we all know the hot topic in today's game is bombing the ball as far as you possibly can. So all of the manufacturers want to make their clubs that perfect balance of forgiveness and distance. But finally, something we're going to put to the test now, and we'll get the top mic on so you can hear this. PING have redesigned again, may I add, their internal rib system, because they are clutching at every single straw possible to stop their pings sounding so pingy. And I think they've done it. Does it finally sound less like a ping? I don't really want it to. I like the sound of the ping. I like everyone on the golf course knowing that you've just hit a tin can up their backside. But that is definitely muted. You can't tell me otherwise. Sit another one down there. And just to note as well, I'm using the max here. I'm still yet to miss a fairway. And that's the best of the day. Come on, get in the comments, let me know. Does that still sound uber pingy to you? And now, although I am hitting the max version here, there is a conversation to be had. Oh, that's right out the toe and it's still left side fairway. I've had the tech sheet from PING, which gives me all of the information on these new G440s, and there's no mention of this max head being 10K, which begs the question, is it still worth going to buy the G440 10K from a forgiveness standpoint than it is to spend on the new G440 model? And if this isn't 10K, and I might be wrong, it might not just be included on their tech sheet, get in the comments and let me know. I'm happy to hold my hands up if I am wrong. But if this isn't 10K, then have they just brought out another driver which isn't as good as the late release they brought out last year? Now, saying that, I've hit every single fairway with this, so is it forgiving? Yes. Is it a great driver? Yes. Does it look 11 years old? A little bit. The carbon fly wrap on the top saves it. It looks great from the top. From the underneath, it does look like the G30. But is it worth going to get the PING G440 10K if this isn't 10K? Behind the ball, everything, it just looks like the G430, which I was a fan of. So I'm glad there isn't any glaring changes. I mean, what do you even say in a review when you're hitting it like that over and over again? That is middle of Lidl. It's time. So as always, we are down at Golf 1 Indoor Simulator. We've got TrackMan set up on the range. 300 yards is our landing zone, 30 yards wide from right to left. That is the Bruce buffer we've given ourselves. We'll start off with the easy one, the max. How many fairways will I hit this time, Ping? I love her. I can't lie, I love her. Oh, they're so good. What more do you want, really? Pause. Listen, that's 3 for 3 with perfect numbers. Average total 302 yards, carry in 285, middle of the fairway, strike not always bang centre. Is it, listen, I'll hit a couple more with this, we'll move into the SFT, then we'll move into the LST. Let me just hit a couple more with this. Listen to me, right? For all I know, and what I can feel and what I can see and what I can hear, this could just have a G440 badge on it, and it is really the G430 10K. Is it any better than the 10K? No. Is it bloody good? Yes. It's so good. Honestly, it's so good. That is 5 balls there, uncut, unedited, one after another, averaging at 295 carry, 305 total. Slap bang middle of the fairway over and over again. It's just so easy to hit. Is that a downside to Ping though? Is that a negative? I said this in the G430 review. What could they do? I said it. I called it. What could they do to improve on this? And now they're at a point where I'm hitting this and I'm like, this is the G430, great. It's not great though, is it? Because it's their new club. It's a big 50-50 there. Let's move into the SFT, just get some numbers with them, get some numbers with the LST, get back out on the golf course. That's a talking point, Matt. That is a talking point. A few more. Ratter. I don't think I really need to hit any more on this. I don't need a draw club. Right, last one then, the LST. Interested to hit this one because I am genuinely curious to see how much of the forgiveness it actually holds from the max, whilst giving us a little bit of a lower spin window and hopefully a little bit more distance out of it. The max for me was spinning 2.5, 2.6, which I'm happy with. I like a little bit more spin on my club. But if this can get me down to like close to 2,000, 2,100, keep it on the planet and be easy to hit, then everyone's a winner really, isn't they? That was ripped. That was really nice, that one. That was nice. See, spin there is nice, down at 2,174, much better. Right, last one, and then we'll get back out on the golf course. Let's try and give this one some welly, shall we? Oh, it's a bomb. How big is that? Have that for a finisher. Little summary of numbers there. Just finished on the LST, as you can see. Swung it a little bit faster, got a little bit more out of it. Last one there, 325 total, 300 on the carry, 2,041 spin. And it is actually forgiving. So I would not be put off by playing the LST at all. I just feel like the max is too good to move away from, and the numbers aren't big enough to separate the two. But there's a conversation there to be had, isn't there, on the G440 being an upgrade from the G430, because I can't feel or see much of a difference. Let's get back out on the course. Enjoyed that, I hope you did. So listen everyone, as you can see from the bag of goodies there, I've reviewed all of the 2025 drivers now. The Ping will be going in my golf bag. Whether it be the G430 10K or the G440, if it's not 10K, and I mean, that's just all psychological, isn't it? But I would say that the 440 is probably in the max version, maybe a little bit more forgiving, or it definitely feels a little bit more forgiving than the G430 max. I didn't miss a fairway throughout the whole review, and I showed you all of the shots. I didn't repeat hit any of them golf shots, and I found the fairway with a good spin and launch window every single time. The numbers were good down at Golf 1. It's just a very good driver. I'm a little bit disappointed in the looks of it this year. I feel like manufacturers just need to get on board now and get in the comments and let me know if you agree with me or if you don't agree with me. Let's lose all the blue, let's lose all the shininess, and let's just go for dark, matte, carbon, or even if it's not carbon, just dark, stealthy finishes. And that is gonna make all of the drivers look so much better. And I really, really like the adjustability that you get in the max version, where you can put it into a fade or draw bias. I think that is a massive benefit for people to be able to just zone in a little bit their strike locations and the flight that they want to see. I had mine set to the whole way fade because I turned the ball over a little bit more than what I would like to, and it's performed brilliantly. Listen, if you've enjoyed all these reviews, do get down in the comments and let us know. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We're trying to reach 50,000 subscribers as soon as possible. But that has been the Ping G440, probably my choice of driver for the 2025 season. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Head covers, minging. Work on that Ping. See you later.